What's up guys, it's Cam coming at you from the 2-6. Welcome back to Carolina Fragrance Reviews. Today I'm doing something I haven't done in quite some time. It is a weekly rotation. And this week's weekly rotation is brought to you by www.fragranceusa.com, or if you go to Instagram, go check them out at FragranceUSA1. They have a lot of great niche brands and steadily getting new brands all the time. And one of the brands that they have that I am talking about today is Initio Parfums Privé. So if you happen to be looking for some Initio or Parfum de Marly, you know, one of those brands that are very similar to each other, if you know what I mean, go into the live chat and check in there and let them know that you're coming from Carolina Fragrance Reviews and find out what kind of discount they can do for you. So even though we're still having a lot of high heat here in North Carolina, I am chomping at the bit for my fall fragrances. So I thought doing a weekly rotation with one of my favorite lines would be Initio. So I started my week off on Monday with Side Effect. So Side Effect, you've got a really nice note of rum mixed with some vanilla, tobacco, and cinnamon. That's one thing about a lot of the Initio parfums is they don't have like a ton of notes, but they're really high quality ingredients. So that is something that I really like. You know, if you can have a fragrance that's just got, you know, 4 or 5 notes in it and it's just really, really skillfully done and you can smell that quality when you spray it on, oh yeah. And Side Effect is absolutely an attention grabbing fragrance. Now, I did not get any compliments that I can speak of on Monday. And as far as the weather goes for the whole week, it's gonna be hot, sticky, and thunderstorms. Every single day this week, it was the same thing over and over and over again. Just a lot of heat, a lot of rain, a lot of lightning, a lot of limbs down. So on Tuesday, I decided to wear Rehab. Now, a lot of people have said that Rehab is kind of like the niche version of Spice Bomb or Spice Bomb Extreme from Viktor and Rolf. I would have to kind of agree with that. It is a very similar scent profile. Now, I do like these white bottles. You know, all their bottles pretty much look the same except for the color schemes. You know, you got your black and your red, and then you've got like the white with, you know, your silver here. And I'll show, and like I showed you this one, you know, the kind of a purplish looking bottle. And then Oud for Greatness actually had a really cool looking bottle. But as far as Rehab goes, some of the primary notes in it, it's got some bergamot, lavender, cedar, vetiver, patchouli, sandalwood, and musk. Now they do use all naturals in these fragrances again. And like I said, you know, like even when it gives a listing of the notes, it'll say like natural this, natural that. You can smell those real high quality ingredients in these fragrances. That's why they can ask the prices that they ask for these. But again, like I said, check out Fragrance USA, go to that live chat and see what kind of deal you can get on them. Now on Wednesday, I decided to go ahead and wear Mystic Experience. Now that turned into a bit of a mystic experience because Wednesday was probably the hottest day. It was just like extremely high heat. Mosquitoes flying in with racing stripes and, you know, like landing gear. Another mosquito got out, had headphones and those, you know, the yellow cones like they have at the airport for them to come in. It's just like, yeah, that's how that was. So wearing a coffee, musk, and amber fragrance wasn't exactly the ideal thing for the high heat, but it had been quite some time since I smelled it. So it was nice to, you know, like in the morning to spray it on. And it's been a while since I had smelled this. I actually, like when the channel first started, when it very first launched that Christmas, I did a little Christmas special and this was kind of featured as, because I was really digging this fragrance at that time. So this was kind of like the spotlight of all the attention in that video. And it took me back to that. This is just a fantastic coffee fragrance. Very simple, very natural, high quality for sure. And even though I was fumigating from all the heat and the chaos of the sweat and everything else, I actually had a lady come up and give me a hug. She hadn't seen me in a while. And she's like, dude, you always just smell so amazing. She actually asked me what it was that I was wearing, where she could get it. She wanted to buy a bottle for her husband, so that's how much she liked that one. So for Thursday, I picked Psychedelic Love. Creamy and powdery fragrances in the high heat don't exactly go hand in hand, but you know, I owned it. You know, I'm ready for the fall. I wanted to do this video. I wanted to have this theme. What's so funny is I was actually, before filming this, I got a notification from Metal Essence, and he was doing like a top 5 fall lineup. So he and I both were actually on the same wavelength, because I was, you know, I'm like, I'm ready for fall, and I saw that thumbnail come up. So you know what they say, you know, great minds think alike, or great people wear initios, whatever the case may be. But needless to say, Psychedelic Love is amazing, so good. It is one of the most beloved from Initio. As a matter of fact, I know a ton of people that just absolutely adore this fragrance, but it's, like I said, it's just not exactly designed for like 100+ degrees with mosquitoes with landing gear. Friday, I thought I would stay with the theme of aphrodisiacs and psychedelic loves and all that stuff. So I picked Absolute Aphrodisiac. This is another fragrance that people just absolutely go bonkers over. Now, this is a very much a compliment garnering fragrance. I have worn this on dates. I have worn this, you know, just like going out, and the reactions that you get from this fragrance are actually pretty extreme. Now, I know, you know, people will put aphrodisiac on this or that, but I sincerely think that this fragrance does have some type of enhancement that will get attention. So some of the notes on Absolute Aphrodisiac are going to be vanilla, amber, white florals, and musk. This one has like a little bit of a dark and mysterious aspect. To have such a simple, you know, note breakdown to it, this is a really good one. If you haven't tried this one, I would really say that, you know, this is one of my favorite. Now, every one of these I like. Obviously, they're in my collection. I bought them. That's one thing I try to opt out on, is like buying fragrances that I dislike or don't want or don't wear. Yeah, obviously we can't wear all of them all the time, but I am very fond of this line right here. So for Saturday, I thought that I would go ahead and break out the Cool Prezi, the Illuminati looking all CNI on here. So it is a very cool looking bottle. This is the one that people said was like kind of like a Baccarat Rouge and Oud type fragrance when it first came out. Yeah, it's got saffron in it, guys, and it has oud. So saffron and oud, you know, the saffron does the BR 540 thing, so you know what it do. Now, you can tell that the oud in here is very high quality. It has a very naturalness about it. Again, you know, the all natural ingredients, high quality all natural ingredients. So other than the saffron and the oud, this one has a little bit of lavender. It has some vanilla, it has some musk, some patchouli. Just a very well put together fragrance. I remember the first time that I smelled this, I got a decant on a split, and I was like, this is really good. Now, I know some people don't care about it. Some people don't care for oud. This is actually one of the more wearable ouds, but you know, taking a break from it, especially, and coming back to it, I am really looking forward to wearing this winter. And this is perfect for fall as well, because it's not like a overly, you know, dark oud or an animalic oud. Like I said, you're going to have some of that nutmeg and some of that saffron mixed in there with the vanilla and the patchouli and everything. So, you know, a little bit of lavender. Just a really well put together fragrance. Now, this one is the most expensive of the line. So, you know, again, just, you know, look into it, but you'll, you know, don't have a heart attack when you see, you know, the retail price for this. And for Sunday, today, I decided to go with Blessed Baraka. Whew, this is such a good fragrance. Just so amazingly good. Now, I know that this is like, most people are, you know, like when people talk about Initio, this is going to be one of the top picks, along with like Rehab, Side Effect, Psychedelic Love. You know, they all have their place, and there's lots of others. I mean, like Magnetic Blend 7, I think it is like just their musk fragrance. It just is like one of the best musk fragrances you've ever smelled, and that's about all it is musk, but it is done absolutely perfectly. So you get a really rich amber with this, with vanilla, sandalwood, and musk. This is just absolutely perfect. Now, if I had to, you know, like pick one just to say which one my absolute favorite is, that would be a hard decision to make. But I do feel like all of these are, you know, like signature scent worthy, you know, especially for, you know, like if you had to pick a cooler weather signature scent type fragrance, you know, because most of these do tend to lean a little bit darker. Rehab is actually one of the fragrances that you could probably pull off in the warmer months. It's the one in the white bottle like this. You know, just don't spray it too heavy. It does have kind of like that spice bomb DNA to it. But if you spray it lightly, for me, I have actually got away with wearing this in the warmer weather. Now, as far as the Blessed Baraka, that's going to definitely be more of a fall and especially winter. This is one that I like to wear when I'm going out, like in the, you know, thick, cold, you know, if you're going to the mountains or, you know, by fire. I don't know why it transports me like that with this fragrance, but it does, and it is 100% amazing. So instead of just doing a weekly rotation, I thought of doing like a themed weekly rotation. So the theme would be kind of fall and obviously Initio. So let me know down in the comments, have you ever tried any Initio fragrances? If you have, which one is your absolute favorite? Until next time, I'll see you on Carolina Fragrance Reviews.